Hi children, welcome back to our social class. So last week we saw a third chapter in geography and the title of the chapter is Motions of the Earth. Okay, in that we saw what is rotation, what is revolution, what is an orbital plane, circle of illumination. Okay, I think hope you all remember all these. So today we are going to continue with the second part of that chapter. Okay. So what is a leap year? Yes, a day which has a year in which there are 366 days is called a leap year. Okay. So shall we continue with the second part? Okay. Now, did you see a picture here? What all things you can see here? You can see the sun in the center and earth is rotating in an elliptical path. Okay. And you can see two words, that is December solstice and June solstice. And vertically you can see March equinox and September equinox. Okay. So we'll be seeing about summer solstice now. Is it clear? Which is in the right side. Okay. So you have four types: summer, autumn, winter and spring season. Okay. So first we'll be discussing about the summer solstice. So shall we start? Okay. So on 21st June, okay, what is the date? On 21st June, the northern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun. Okay, the north hemisphere will be slightly tilted towards the sun. So what happens? The rays of the sun fall directly on the Tropic of Cancer. You know where is Tropic of Cancer, right? It is 23.5 degree north. So the rays of the sun will fall directly on the Tropic of Cancer. So as a result, these rays receive more heat. So the northern region will be receiving more heat. The areas near the poles receive less heat as the rays of the sun are slanting. So the pole receives less because it is in a slanting position. Now the North Pole is inclined towards the sun. Isn't it? The North Pole is slightly tilted towards the sun and the places beyond the Arctic Circle experience continuous daylight for about 6 months. Since a large portion of your northern hemisphere is getting light from the sun, it is summer in the regions north of the equator. So the regions which are present to the north of the equator, that is above the equator, they'll have summer. Okay. So the longest day and the shortest night at these places occur on 21st June. Okay. So the longest day, because it is receiving more sunlight, the day will be very long and night will be very short. So which is that day? It is 21st June. Okay. So at this time in the southern hemisphere, all these conditions are opposite or reversed, because northern hemisphere it is very high sun rays they receive. Okay, so here the rays of the sun what they receive or the sunlight is very less. It is winter season there. Okay, so in southern hemisphere you'll have winter season and in northern hemisphere it will be summer. So the nights are longer than the days in southern hemisphere. Okay, nights are longer and days are shorter. This position of the earth is called the summer solstice. Okay, what is it called? Summer solstice. Is it clear, children? So, on summer solstice, the longest day and shortest night is on which day? June 21st. Okay, so this is about your summer solstice. Is it clear? Okay, now we shall see about winter solstice. Okay. So now did you see a picture here? Okay, this is an example for your winter solstice. Okay. So on 22nd December, what is the date? 22nd December, the Tropic of Capricorn. Okay. The Tropic of Capricorn receives direct rays of the sun as the South Pole tilts towards it. Okay. Now you can see the South Pole tilting towards the sun. Okay. So as the sun's rays fall vertically at the Tropic of Capricorn. So what is the value for Tropic of Capricorn? 23.5 degree south. Okay. Tropic of Cancer is at 23.5 degree south. So a larger portion of the southern hemisphere gets light now. Okay, so when you see more than half of the southern portion is receiving light. Okay, so therefore it is summer in the southern hemisphere. So now where is the summer? In southern hemisphere with longer days and shorter night. Okay, so the reverse happens where? In the northern hemisphere. Previously we learned in the southern hemisphere it will be reverse. Now about the winter solstice, it will be reversed in the northern hemisphere. So what will happen? In the northern hemisphere, days will be short and nights will be longer. This position of the earth is called winter solstice. Okay. So what is it called? Winter solstice. So once again I'm telling you, in summer solstice, the northern hemisphere will be tilted towards the sun. That is, the northern part will be facing the sun more. But in winter solstice, the southern part will be facing the sun, or the southern part will be tilted towards the sun. So, hope the topic solstice is clear for you. Now we are going to see about another topic which is called equinox. What is it? Equinox. E-Q-U-I-N-O-X. Okay. So on 21st March and September 23. Okay, which are the 2 dates? 21st March and September 23rd. Direct rays of the sun fall on the equator. Okay, direct sun's rays falls on the equator. Okay, so you can see it is derived from a Latin word. Equinox is derived from a Latin word which means equal night. Okay, so around an equinox, the sun is overhead at the equator and days or nights are equal in duration. So previously we saw nights will be short and days will be long, or days will be short and nights will be long. But in equinox, did you see the picture here? The sun's rays are directly coming towards the equator. So the night and day will be equally distributed. You will have 12 hours of night and 12 hours of day. Is it clear? So the direct rays of the sun falls where? On the equator. So at this point, neither of the pole is tilted towards the sun. The whole earth experiences equal days and equal nights. This is called equinox. Is it clear? So when you have equal days and equal nights, it is called your equinox. Okay. So on 23rd September, it is autumn season. What season? It is autumn. Okay. In the northern hemisphere. And which season will be in the southern? Spring season in the southern hemisphere. Okay. So the opposite is in the case of 21st March. You can see here. Okay. On 21st March, it is spring in the northern hemisphere and autumn in the southern hemisphere. Okay. So these two are called your equinox. Okay. So on 23rd September, autumn season in northern hemisphere and winter in or spring in southern hemisphere. And during 21st March, it is spring in northern hemisphere and autumn in southern hemisphere. Okay. Thus you can find that there are days and nights and changes in the season because of what are the two? Rotation and revolution of the earth respectively. Okay. Because of rotation you have days and night, and because of revolution you have seasons. Okay. So with that we came to an end of today's chapter. Thank you children. Take care, be safe and be happy.